Air Force. At number 1 from the University of Santo Tomas, Airwoman Second Class, Rhea de Maculangan. At number 6 from Ama Computer College, Airwoman Second Class, May Ann Pantino. At number 9 from the University of Santo Tomas, Airwoman Second Class, Judy Caballejo. At number 10 from the University of Santo Tomas, Airwoman Second Class, Micah Ortiz. At number 12 from Lyceum, Airwoman Second Class, Joy Cases. And at number 13 from Jose Maria College in Davao, Airwoman Neneng Topic. Libero is number 5, Airwoman Second Class from the University of the East, Marianne Balmaceda. And interim head coach for today is Jesse Lopez. And now the starters for PLDT Home Tilbad. At number 1 from the University of Santo Tomas, Ruby De Leon. At number 2 from San Sebastian College, Recoleto, Sasa de Banatera. At number 3 from the University of the East, Suzanne Roses. At number 4 from the National University, Mina Aganon. At number 11 from San Sebastian College, Recoletos, Lou Ann Latigay. And at number 17 from the National University, Din Santiago. Libero is number 6 from Adamson University, Leslie Ann Gata Pantone. And the head coach is Roger Conayev.
Of course, you know na dinagdag si Santiago, although naka-line up naman talaga si Santiago at saka si Aganon sa kupunan ng PLDT Home Telpad at hindi naman nagulat din ang Air Force. Mukhang wala si Rico de Guzman na ngayong hapon para sa Air Force. And they want to finish this because I understand the AFP Little Olympics is just around the corner. I think it starts next week. Kaya yung Army, gusto rin nila tapusin yung series nila against Cagayan.
So ating mga military, walang pahinga selve, no? It continues yung kanilang tournaments year-round.
Batak na batak sa laro ang mga kupunan at hindi lang sila ang teams, ano? Pati Navy at lahat ng ibang forces. Underway na tayo. So, under na tayo sa ating first game. Unang atake, point. And Cases scores the first.
Not a good start in terms of receiving para dito sa Turbo Boosters.
At ang munti ko na sabihin, NU itong kabila. Di ba?
Parang ano, no?
Isang buong team ng NU na. Lalo na nung ating first conference, si De Leon pa ang naging seller ng West Conference
kabila. Yes,
that's
right.
Samantala, tuto natin, hindi nga maganda simula for PLDT dahil 2-0 na ang ating bilang. Don't forget, Shakey's. If it's one family pizza, it's gotta be Shakey's.
And the difficulty that we are seeing here for PLDT is in the reception, which is of course very important, Seb. Alam natin kung gaano ka-importante ang first ball para makakuha ng magandang opensa.
And Latigay recycles her offense. We go the other way. Latigay inside.
That makes it to the line.
Nagkaroon ba ng problema? Mahirap ba yung biglang may papasok ng mga player, let's say? Although, I'm sure mga to kilala na nila laro ni Dindin at saka ni Aganon.
Oh yes, of course. There's always this, you know, what's important din kasi in a team, you know, inside is how you gel. So kahit na lahat individually malalakas, but if hindi kayo nag-gel, that can affect the performance of the team.
In the meantime, Sue Roses rams it against the block and makes it 2-all. Huwag ho natin kalimutan ang Axel, ang official outfitter ng Shakey's VLeague. Pinapanood niyo po tayo dito sa GMA News TV. Magandang hapon. Sana ay mag-enjoy kayo ng volleyball ngayong linggo ng hapon. Outside! Malakas yung palo na yun. Ba? After a sleepy start, PLDT, magandang bulusok. 3 straight points. Ruby De Leon will be serving. Naku, ang pick up ni Patino, pero ginawa ng paraan. Aganon, the other side, Roses, it's out.
And that's another point for PLDT.
Sunod-sunod na umisko ng PLDT. Kasa ang ating official ball. Yun, narinig din. The official ball of the Shakey's VLeague. Di makulangan. Sue makes it a set.
Oh, that's outside. Duan, no, humihingi ng check ball.
Natural bang instinct ng volleyball player? Pag
Oo. Yeah, I mean, wala namang masama na baka nga naman pag sabi mo ng check ball, biglang sumang-ayon ng referee sa'yo, di ba, Sem?
Okay. Tinatanong ko lang. Nahalata akong nagiging, ano nangyari doon?
Miscommunication there on the part of PLDT.
Biglang tumabla. Last 2 points have been scored by the Air Force. Dalawa yung lumundag. Dapat ba doon, IB, isa lang ang lumundag doon sa play?
It was a combination play. Kaya lang kung ano yung dapat na napalo, napapasukan, I think nagkaroon lang ng konting miscommunication on that side.
Meanwhile, Latiga gets it to crawl over the net. Di Makulangan makes it a set. It's outside and it'll go to PLDT on Telpa.
PLDT getting some lucky breaks here from Air Force, and I think kailangan i-maximize nila yung mga pagkakataon na nagkakaroon ng error ng opponent.
If Air Force wins, we will have an awarding ceremony. Meanwhile, sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ng dengue, Lion Tiger Katol ang gamitin, proudly Philippine made. If the championship ends today, we'll do some mathematics to determine the third place.
Third place, yes.
6-4 ang ating bilang. Of course, Army already drawing first blood in that series against Cagayan. In the air with the Makulangan. Naging toss. Gitna, Santiago. Yes.
That is off the block from Santiago.
7-4 count. Alam mo, nakapanood ako sa TV ng isang gabi. Brazil against Japan.
Yeah, World Grand Prix. Yes.
Grabe yung mga Brazilian. Pero alam mo, mga kasing lalaki din. No?
Yeah, but if you notice the body structure of these,
hefty.
They're very stocky, you know.
Yung Japanese team naman, ayaw bumagsak ang bola. Big ng big.
Oo, sobrang sipag talaga si depensa.
In the meantime, Santiago drops it inside. Kept in the air by Balmaceda. Casas out!
A lot of costly errors here for Air Force early on at this match.
And we are into the technical timeout.
Thanks, Sev. While Coach Roger is not completely satisfied with how his team will end this conference, he continues to challenge his team and really motivates them and expects them to show their maturity and give the Philippine Air Force a good fight today. Ayon kay Coach Roger, kailangan manggaling sa kanilang initiative. Someone has to be a leader inside the court. Yan ang inaasahan niya mula sa kanyang mga seniors na si Roses at De Leon. He also added, we need to have that winning attitude, and that's what I expect to see from the team today. 7 Ivy?
Thank you very much. Ivy, may open invitation ka kay Coach Roger kanina. Makipag-practice ulit.
Oo nga eh.
Tanggapin mo kaya
Oo naman.
para makover ka namin ulit.
Ganon?
Oo naman.
Alam ko naman hinihintay mo yun, Sebe.
Yun. Plakin mo. Sir Roses, unable to get that over. And Coach Roger, regardless of level, kaya developmental, regardless of stage of career, kaya. Pinagyayabag nang lumabas ka na. Yung mga yan nga, pinaglalaro ka pa. Ano ibig mo sabihin tukol kay Ivy? Hindi na ako. Stop there. 9-6 ang bilang natin. Battle for third ang pinapanood ninyo, mga kaibigan. Ang unang laro napunta sa Air Force. Si Clarence Esteban ang wala yata.
Yes, it's head coach Clarence Esteban is not in at the moment.
Parang baka na-late. O baka linggo naglalaba.
Araw ng laba ngayon, Sunday.
10-6, hindi pala si Rico. Si Clarence wala. 10-6 ang bilang natin. Latigay. And how important is this game? Roger Gorayab is up from his seat, coaching hard along the sideline. Latigay serve in play. It becomes a set. It's picked up nicely by Pantone.
It's a free ball.
Di Makulangan makes it a set. Long. Ang lalakas ng palo ng Air Force.
Well, there was a check ball there from PLDT.
Ang batay nga sa sinabi ni Noel Zarate kanina, si Jesse Lopez ang nagko-call ng shots para sa Air Force. Nagis ko yung mga sermon ni Clarence. Clarence kasi sarap mag-sermon eh. In the middle. Oh, well done! Oh, boy!
That was a very good play from PLDT.
Alam mo, darating ang araw talaga, no? Sabay lulot laging dalawang Santiago sisters.
Yes.
Paano mo pa-blocking yan?
That would be very difficult, you know, because isa talaga sa advantage nila is the height eh. They have the height and they have good reach as well.
And in the meantime, faulty reception. It becomes a free ball. Vallejo made that so. Santiago says, tusok na rin. Regalo? Hindi. Sa likod. Pasok. This crowd enjoying this battle for third early on.
Good recovery there from Air Force.
Sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ang dengue lion tiger katol na gamitin proudly Philippine made. May mga nakalayon tiger katol na t-shirt dito sa likod. Ewan ko bakit. At volleyball team na ba sila? Nakatulit?
Baka sila yung kasali sa next conference.
In the meantime, that is long and it is now 11-9. 11-9 ang bilang natin. First set pa lang tayo. Topic of Davao. All set to serve.
Good serve.
Tinaas ni Ruby. Naging set. Tusok, pero tinaas. Sa kabilang panig, buwang malakas. Bakit gumagano na malakas? Iniiwas kasi doon sa block.
Yes, kasi alam ni Mayan Pantino na malaki yung blocker niya. So, tinatry niyang iiwas sa kamay ni Dindin. Unfortunately, that hit the antenna.
At pagbaba pa rin ni Dindin, mataas pa rin.
Mataas pa rin yung kamay niya.
Wala pa rin diferensya. Shakey's. If it's one family pizza, it's gotta be Shakey's. And another wasted ball. It's currently 13-9 as PLDT home telpad playing steady here in the early goings.
Good steady serve from Dindin Santiago.
Which has stabilized. It was a bit of her problem in the UAAP finals or in the step ladder against Ateneo last March.
You know, that's actually also one, weapons that the team can use to earn the points.
I agree.
Diba? Walang kapagod-pagod, makaka-earn ka kagad ng puntos with the service ace.
That's why some do the jump serve.
Exactly.
And ano yung ganun, as Latiyay was unable to handle this. Kung ano yung ginagawa mo sa practice, yung dapat ang gawin mo rin sa
Yes,
game.
of course. Because it's a familiarity, diba? Yun yung ini-ensayo mo. So, it should be the same thing that you're executing during the game. The game is not a good time to do a lot of experimenting.
Okay, good point. In the meantime, Pantino's serve is long. And Pantino's having problems of control. 14-10 is the count. 14 will be serving as Aganon. In play. Of course, Aganon and Santiago have completed their eligibility with National University. Will no longer be in the collegiate lineup. And they go to Lapigay. It is up and still alive. Kabilang panig, pinadala.
Oh, no blocking there from the Turbo Boosters. Air Force right now ranked number 1 in the spiking department. And this is one of the reasons why. Joy Cases really doing a lot of damage here for the Philippine Air Force.
So many weapons this Air Force team. In the meantime, they of course booted out Ateneo. Finally ended that 5-game winning run by the Lady Eagles. In the meantime, off the joust, last touch by Ruby De Leon. It's currently 14-12. And Ruby may have hurt her hand in that sequence.
So she was she's still trying to attempt a one-hand set. But, of course, it was a free ball for the Air Force. So, syempre, pag nakakita ng free ball, diba, regalo yan eh.
Yan si Ruby, medyo minamasahin niya right hand niya, pero mamaya na aray niya. Not unless mag-move si Roger Goroyab na palitan si Ruby. It becomes a set. Huli! Huli!
Good block from Sasa de Vanadera.
And de Vanadera, as always, walks away with nary a smile or a change in her facial reaction. Watch this.
It's just another day in the office, Dem.
Yes. So,
that's nothing unusual that I do.
Yan lang.
Oo, ginagawa ko naman lagi. Nakaka-block naman ako.
Huwag na kayo magulat. 15-12. Caballero stab and Latigay unable to control it. Alam mo, kahit na nasa posisyon ka, pag maganda yung palo at maganda yung pihit, ang hirap pa rin kontrolin.
Yes. Kaya kailangan importante dito sa mga players natin lagi yung anticipation.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you expect the ball to go here, then all of a sudden, changes trajectory, may tinamaan palang kamay na blocker na hindi mo napansin.
In that
good
case,
block from Latigay.
And talk of adjustment, Latigay making that, and she has just made it 16-13, second technical timeout. kita niyo yung dilaw na bandera na yun. Pag hindi pa binababa ni Barry Pasco walang pwede mag-serve.
Exactly.
Anong ginagawang tama ng PLDT as of this point, Ivy?
I think, one of the things that PLDT is doing correctly is that they're able to minimize the errors that they're committing at this point. So Air Force already has 6, PLDT only has 3. And PLDT is working overtime in all departments. They've already scored 3 points in their blocking. So nahirapan din ng Air Force dahil doon sa magandang blocking nitong PLDT.
And you can get points from everywhere. As Ivy was pointing out earlier, you can get it off your serve. You can get it off the block. In the meantime, let's work with the serve of Cases. It's in the air. Uy, alangan ni Rosas, ginawa na lang ng diskarte. Pantone. Ito ang tongue twister. Pantino to Pantone. 1 potato, 2 potato.
Ang galing siguro ng 7, pag binigay ni Pantino kay Pantone, bumalik kay Pantino. Kaya mo yun, Seb.
Diba? Pinukol ni Pantino kay Pantino. Sabi ng mga pamilya nila, ganyan kayo. 15-16.
Oh, that was a good serve.
Santiago, open drive. Nahuli. Resetting. Recycle, huli ka pa rin. Ito, ako na! Ayaw. Ay, ni Pantone, tama ka na.
No. Air Force, the number 2 blocking team here in the finals.
Sa kabila naman tayo. Roses. Di makulak ganda ng takbo ni Rhea. Hulog!
A good coverage from Pantino.
Hinulugan ni Latigay. Buhay pa. Longest rally so far. Caballero. Ahay! Then, disappointed din. Tumabla tuloy tayo sa 16. Diba? Pinukul ang patatas ni Pantino kay Pantone. Diba? Mahaba yun.
Oo, medyo mahirap-hirap yan.
Mahirap-hirap yun. Ang nangyari, last 3 points have been scored by the Air Force. Tabla po ang ating first set at 16-all after that technical timeout. So, si Joy Cases ang ating magsaserve. Malakas.
Oh, that's outside. Yun yung mga ganyan, yung mga sayang, Seb, yung humabol yung team ninyo, you're able to tie it up, and then just with a simple error, like a service error, then you're giving away the 3 points.
Plus the momentum.
And the momentum, exactly.
The momentum. Nakabuelo ka ng 3 straight points.
Yeah.
Bigla na lang, naibalik sa kabila. Let's see kung marireclaim. Huli. Hindi tumawid. Tama yun. So last 2 points have been scored by PLDT home cell pad. Again, if you're watching volleyball with us for the first time, it's a 5-set affair. In the meantime, we'd like to remind you sa panahon ng tag-ulan, iwasan ng dengue. Lion Tiger, katolang gamitin, proudly Philippine made. Din makulangan. Anong tawag?
Overreaching. It's an overreaching violation called against Pantino.
Jesse Lopez wants to talk to his team. Very clear instruction.
Yes.
Very clear. Okay lang yan. Kalimutan na natin yung 3 points na nawala na yan. Hindi lang tayo makapatay. Diba?
But Coach Jesse was giving out very specific instructions to help them. Parang hindi na kayo mahirapan mag-analyze ito ang gagawin nyo. Drop ball nyo, doon nyo lagay sa likod.
Tsaka huwag nyo, kung papaluin nyo, sige lang, okay, hindi naman kailangan palakasan
Exactly, and PLDT's blocking has really been working well for them. So, why not use it to your advantage, diba? Unfortunately, Air Force naman on their part, medyo nahihirapang makapagtawid ng mga opensa. The first part of our first set, ilang consecutive na atake na rin ang hindi nag-over para dito sa Air Force.
Becomes a set. Hinulog doon sa likod nga pinadala. Reverse. So Roses keeps it down but kept in play. Sa kabila, huli, out. Alam mo si Mayan Pantino, ang problema niya yung net na sa utak niya. Now yung players sometimes end up like that where I'm being blocked. Masyado siya conscious na napablock
about the net, yeah. Well, of course, there's a double reason to be conscious for her kasi ang blocker niya sa harap, ang laki din. So you have Nathan Santiago there and Sue Roses.
And we have the familiar substitution pattern of Air Force being played out. Wendy Simana is going to serve for all of us. Nice play.
Oh, excellent combination there. Oh, kept alive by Air Force.
And Pantone says, let's recycle. Aganon. Whoa! Sabi ni Mina, bakit buhay pa yun? Hindi tinamaan ni Dinlin. Reset. Aganon. Out.
That was a good rally. Good defense shown there by Air Force. And maganda rin yung execution ng play nitong Turbo Boosters.
Si Mina ganon pagkapalo. Bakit hindi ka pa namamatay? Inirapan yung bola. In the meantime, the strike by Tapit too long. Don't forget that for fun, family and pizza, it's gotta be Shakey's. Wala sa aking tempo. Ako mali doon. Pero huwag niyo kalimutan na Shakey's. Huli! Tinas! Sa kabila! Process! Malakas!
Back row, and that goes outside. Your score is 18-22. Still a comfortable lead here for PLDT. Basta ang importante dito, Sebes, wag na nilang pahabulin pa ang Air Force. Do not give Air Force the advantage or the momentum.
Yan bang sa part na to ng game? Tumitingin yung mas conscious sa scoreboard ang players.
Yes.
Kasi 22,
right.
23 na eh.
Exactly. Once you reach the 20s mark, syempre yung team na nauna doon sa 20, sigurado yan gusto niya umarangkada agad para matapos na. Right, diba? And it causes, sometimes it's pressure naman on the other end kasi wala ka pa sa 20 eh. So you really want to go there at maghabol dun sa score.
Namatay ang bola sa Air Force. And suddenly it is set point. Jesse Lopez will try to freeze the other side. Let's see if it'll work. You know what, Jesse Lopez, in case you don't like to work in volleyball anymore, I have a very strong recommendation that you should work in human resources. Kasi sabi niya, okay lang sa akin lahat yan. Okay lang sa akin lang yan. Walang problema yan. Kaso hindi nga tayo nakakatay.
But yung motivation niya kasi, do not dwell on what happened, the wrong things that happened.
Tapos na yun.
Oo eh. Kailangan, sabi niya nga, di ba, play smartly. And play smartly, hindi nga naman kailangan ng napakalalakas na palo. Just like that one. Diba?
And like this, there was an attempt to ask for a check ball. It did not happen, and the first set is over. 25-18 is the final tally. We take a look at the Shakey's Shake and Play. We'll send you into a break, but we'll be back with your second set featuring the Air Force against PLDT home Telpad after this. First set, 25-18. Was the final count. Lamang pa yung Air Force attacks, ha?
Yes.
Yung baba, yung difference.
That's right. But doon nagkakatalo talaga sa errors. A lot of errors committed by the air spikers in set number 1. And we've seen most of those errors sa mga attacking hindi nagko-cross over the net. This has actually been very crucial for the air spikers. And I think another factor as well that made it also easy for PLDT to win set number 1 was the fact that they were receiving better than Air Force. They had a higher success rate in their receiving, 37% as opposed to only 16 of Air Force. So malaking bagay din yung 7 na nakatulong para maging madali ang opensa ng PLDT.
Hindi naman kami selfish dito sa volleyball kasi receive lang kami na receive. Kaso pag wala kang receive, walang nangyayari sa laro sa'yo.
Right.
That's why the coaches seem to be redundant. Receive muna tayo, tapos saka natin ang paanda rin na opensa natin. It's just a common mantra. It won't nothing happens if you don't have your reception intact. Now, if you're Air Force, paano ang adjustment? parang kulang yung atake nila. Lamang sila, may 13 attack. Ilan yung attack points nila?
Yes, they had, they
12
had
yata?
12 as only 7, opposed to 7 of PLDT. But, like I said, the thing is, yung errors kasi ng Air Force, that's what really killed them eh. So, kahit na mas marami silang atake, na-offset lang doon sa errors na na-commit.
Yun, walang ganun si Rhea kanina nung first set eh. Tapos, they have to get interested again. Itong Air Force, we gotta get interested in getting our groove back. Patay yung bola, ginawa ng paraan ni De Leon at ni Pantone. Cases, diniin. Aha! Namatay na sa tubig finally. Joy Cases making that happen. Longer rallies occurring. 1-0 is our score here at the start of the second set. Pwede Makulangan, the former USD setter, is all set to serve for all of us. Naman the post Tina Salak, hindi pa tapos si Tina Salak, pero Rhea, of course, a tall setter, that seems to be the mode nowadays, to look for a tall setter, and in the meantime, that's out. 2-0 Air Force. Why is that an advantage, having a tall setter?
Well, for one, kasi you always have full blocking at the front. Usually kasi ang nagiging trend is you have a smaller setter. Alam na kung kanino padadaanin ng bola when it comes to block.
Hindi naman politically incorrect kasi lang sinasabi lang ng mga coaches yan, padaanin mo doon sa maliit.
Well, yeah, which is usually gano'n naman, di ba? Ang tendency mo rin as an attacker is to try to avoid the bigger blocker. Right? So,
sounds so logical, doesn't it, Ivy Muller? In the meantime, don't forget, if it's fun family pizza, it's got to be Shakey. So watching the Shakey's VLeague here, live today on the GMA News TV Network. Glad you are with us for Championship Day. Later on, it will be Cagayan against the Army.
Micah Ortiz, that signature running attack of Micah Ortiz. She has not scored in the set number 1.
Parang walang bola siya na.
Yes, wala siyang masyado nakuha. Again, it's because of the struggle that they had with the reception.
At saka hindi umikot yung rotation din.
Yes, okay. So, naman yung mga quick plays like that, the running attack, kailangan maganda receive mo dyan eh.
Topic, unable to finish the gift. Oh, that's down, and they get a better break. It's 4-1 as Air Force now leads by 3.
No coverage for PLDT in that last play.
Parang layo ni Pantone, no?
Yeah, and the Ruby also was there already, pero hindi rin niya masyadong inabot.
Malayo na talaga si Pantone. Sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ng dengue, lion, tiger, katulad gamitin proudly. Philippine made. Let's go with the serve of Ortiz. The set by De Leon in play.
Santiago with a drop shot.
Alanganin, Tinaas uli. In the meantime, let's go with Joy Cases. That is better offense by Air Force. And suddenly, you wonder why this happens after a good first set. PLDT losing some momentum.
Well, for one, early on here, second set, nakita natin yung mas consistent na yung mga pasok ng atake nitong Air Force. And that was not present in set number 1.
And the point you mentioned about Ortiz and the blocking seems to be there as well.
That's right. And that was also something that was absent in set number 1, di ba? So, good turnaround here for Air Force.
Air Force got interested again, di ba?
Yes.
Okay.
And one of the difficulties also na napansin din natin dito sa turbo boosters is yung mga biglaang bagbagsakan ng bola, medyo nahihirapan sila eh. If somebody touches the ball, it flies out of direction, wala nang sumusuporta.
Hinanggigilan yung regalo na yun. Ang sarap naman kasi lutang na lutang. Nakita ni Tapik, kaso malakas ng kapiraso lang.
Kapiraso yan. Just by an inch.
6-2. Axel po ang ating official outfitter dito sa Shakey's VLeague.
Duan Latigay serving with 3 points in set number 1.
Caballero didn't get enough balls also. Dinikdik ni Aganon. Sa kabila pumunta, Caballero. Tinaas ni Pantone. This is like an all-star game actually. Picked up in the back row by Pantin. Judy Caballero rubbed it against the block.
Yan ang sinasabi ni Coach Jessie kanina dito sa ating Air Women di ba? Gamitin niyo yung blocker. So,
kahit hindi malakas.
Hindi malakas, exactly. So, try to use it to the advantage. Naging maganda yung blocking ng PLDT. Then, try to find a way para makapuntos dun sa advantage na yun.
Something that Japan uses. They're not as tall as you mentioned, as a tier as probably the Latin American or European countries, but they know how to rub it against the block. In the meantime, that's a good spin by Balmaceda as libero. That's long. 3 against 7 now. Pigasa ang ating official ball dito sa Shakey's VLeague. Second set na po tayo. First set, nagwagi ang PLDT 25-18. Narito si Patino Pantone, the tongue twister of the afternoon. Hulog!
Smart play from Mina Ganon, seeing that open spot in the defense of Air Force.
Si Mina Agano naman, yung kanyang pagka-deadma, hindi naman kagaya ni Libalagera. Charming. I just do this. Normal. Fighter din yan si Mina Agano. In the meantime, a wasted serve. And at the technical timeout, nauna naman ng Philippine Air Force.
Shaky start for the Philippine Air Force as PLDT took control of the first set. And so, of course, we know that the main objective of Philippine Air Force is really to finish their job and bring home the win today. Kaya naman before going into the second set, inulit ni Coach Jesse ang bilin niya sa team. Sabi niya, iwasan natin ang error lalo na sa crucial points at huwag tayong magpapabaya sa depensa. Tuloy-tuloy lang natin at tibayan pa. And finally, ang sabi niya, nakaka-opensa tayo pero we need to play smart volleyball para makapuntos. Huwag kayong matatakot mablock. Magtiwala kayo sa coverage natin. With that, Coach Jesse hopes to turn things around here in the second set. 7 ID?
Oh boy, interestingly enough, and sometimes when the reporters make a report, nagmamatch, pero everything Ann was talking about, hindi nagawa ng Air Force. Wasted opportunity, and suddenly PLDT getting the last 2 points. It is now 6-8. Caballejo sa gitna, topic huli, tinaas ni Balmaceda, better coverage. This was what Ann was reporting about. Pantino is rejected, she recycles, jumps again. Sabi ni Pantino, ano ba ang bola to? Ayaw ba? Ba't ang tigas-tigas ng ulo mo? Tinaas namin Pantino sa akin nang bibigay uli itong open set. Lusot.
The ball still alive.
Ulo ginamit dun. Pinas! Latigay! Volleyball player talaga, no? Nakahiga na at lahat.
Pero
iniisip mo na kung nakataas pa yung buhok.
But yung last play na yun that we've seen there from PLDT, no? Those are the kinds of situations na nakita natin na nagsastruggle sila eh. Yung mga biglaang balik, biglaang sikwat. The reaction time, I think they have to work on it.
Ooh, ginantihan naman sila ni Mina Aganon. And it is currently 7-9. Alam mo, madalas namin pag-usapan chemistry. Alam mo, matagal magkakalaban to sa collegiate leagues. So in a way, magkakakilala sila ng mga tendencies ng bawat isa. Sa panahon ng tagulaan, iwasan ng dengue lion tiger, katol ng gamitin proudly. Philippine made. Pantino is caught with her hand in the cookie jar, and Caballejo unable to track it down. Nagising ata IB ang PLDT.
Well, it's a good time for them to wake up.
Mr. Richard Palou, the man who looks like he stepped out of the 19th century, is our president here. Diba? Mukha siyang Game of Thrones.
Oo.
Yeah, alam mo, marami na akong sinasabihan. Nabutan ko yan ng player yan. Heartthrob yan.
Kahit kitang-kita naman siya. He's how they say, aging gracefully.
Kahit mukhang Game of Thrones yan. In the meantime, sa gitna, hulog! Kala ko di ba kakaikot si Balmaceda? Yung leeg ang worry ko doon, ha?
Yeah. If you roll out incorrectly, masakit yun. Masakit sa leg. That's right.
Tapos kung pinilit niya, no, nakakatakot, baka bumali. Kasi kaya ang roll, di ba, ang turo dyan, you roll with the fall, eh. Boy, it's 10-9. Nicely done.
Maiko Ortiz, almost flawless with that attack every time.
Si Mike, kapag maganda yung takbo niya, maganda bigay ni Rhea, may power sa dulo.
Yes.
Para siyang turbojet, eh. Yung final take-off. 11-9 ang bilang natin. Second set action here. Here's Redden Makulangan takes a deep breath and makes sure this serve sails in nicely. Agano with a problem. There comes the Banadera picking it up from danger. Balmaceda. Pinadala kay Caballejo. Combination. Walang tao ron.
Good block from Luan Latigay. That was actually a good play as well for Air Force. Pero magandang read para dito sa mga blockers eh. Kasi hindi sumabay lahat eh.
That is an excellent point because kitang-kita mo sa last moment, pinihit pa yung kamay ng konti para mailaglag dun sa open spot na yon.
So, magandang strategy doon sa, nila yung tao-tao doon sa atake.
Well said. In the meantime, we have the Vanadera. Sasan will try to serve behind 10-11. Inabot kay Rhea. Pinalo ni Ortiz. Pasok.
It would be interesting siguro to see in percentage si Micah Ortiz with the running attack. No, I think she's had 100% so far.
I don't think she
all
has
attempts,
missed. I agree with you. It is 12-10 as the serve is now owned by Ortiz. Akala ko nawala na siya. Nagtago sa kabilang kanto. Looked long but Pantone got to it. In the meantime, here's a set that turns out to be Latigais. Alanganin ito. Ginawa ng paraan ni Cases. Left hand na ginamit. Tinaas ni Ruby. Dindin. Hello! Mag-swimming kayo dyan.
And it is that middle spot once again that's hurting Air Force. Basang-basa ng PLDT. They have been trying to bring the ball in that area for several plays already. Minsan malapit nasa loob ng attack line. Minsan ilalabas. But it's always there in the middle.
And now they've punctured that defensive wall and make a big hole, even larger than the hole we saw earlier. In the meantime, here's a stab. It's still alive. Pantone may do. Tinaas ni Balmaceda. Real looked at her open spiker. It's Cases. It's Pantone picking it up.
Good defense,
Our best digger. In the meantime, Rhea took a picture. Instagram. Then it is.
Outside, Air Force calling for a check. There's none. Very good defense from Pantone.
Yeah, and she's all over the floor. Our referee Dante just checked with the linesman first before officially making a call. And we will have Latigay with a serve from way back there. It's in the air. Di Makulangan. Caballero. Whoa!
Excellent attack from Judy Caballero in that time. Pantone not able to do anything about it.
Despite being in the position, watch this. You were saying the exact right thing. Yun hindi maitaas ni...
She was there already pero not able to save the ball or keep it alive.
Some of you may not know her from her parang married name yata niya ito.
Yes, she just knows to be Gata.
Lizzie Gata, no?
Lizzie and Gata from Adamson.
Adamson, they practice banging it against the wall there. In their campus. In the meantime, that is a check ball. It becomes 14-12 in favor of the Air Force. Shakey's. If it's one family pizza, it's got to be Shakey's. Great afternoon to all of you. Punong-puno kayo ng volleyball hanggang mamaya. Second game of the finals, Cagayan against Army. Army already drawing first blood there. This is a stab that works and again that hole.
Again, yes, it's that hole. Yung donut hole na yun talaga, Seb, no?
Butas na butas, no? Kulang sa tusok si somebody. Palmaseda siguro, libero. 13-14. 13 will be serving. It's Rosas doing so. Caballero digs it up. Goes to Judy. And it's dead in the water. It is tied.
Good block from Mina Aganon.
I like the way Mina carries herself on the floor. No? Whether she scores a point, does a dig, it's the same response, same game pace. 14 apiece. Long time stalwart of National University.
For reception.
Parang asiwang-asiwa.
Hoy, Ruby De Leon!
Nagpapakilala lang po. Ruby De Leon po. Ako, hindi na inantay yung technical timeout. Time-out na agad. Makinig tayo. Bakit nangyayari yun, Ivy? Maganda naman ginagawa ng PLDT. Pero yung point ni Jessie Lopez, parang, bakit sila wala doon sa first position nila?
Well, sabi nga niya, di ba, parang pinapractice natin yun, pero hindi nyo ginagawa. So, I guess, these are, sometimes may mga changes ka na ginagawa, and it's not what the players have been used to. All old habits die hard sometimes.
Okay.
So probably there was a change in the defense pattern na pinractice nila, and medyo nahihirapan pa si Air Force na to execute or to implement in this game.
In the meantime, Mina Aganon hit it too strong, and was outside as Yonko and Semana reports back in to help out the serving and provide somebody just a stall in the front line.
Seb, what's again interesting here, for here in second set. Nung unang set, lamang Air Force in terms of their attacking, right? As of this point here in this match, lamang pa rin ang Air Force sa attack point. However, ang errors nila hindi pa rin nila makontrol.
And dito sa VLeague, we choose a lovely face and give their gifts. Sometimes pizza, sometimes magandang bag ngayon, bag tayo. 17 years old from Marikina City. Yung bago, may lamang pizza.
Pero hindi ka ba nag-wonder, Seb, bakit yung lovely faces natin walang nakukuhang pizza or bag?
Bakit? Nga.
Diba, no? Tagal na ng lovely faces natin dito, wala pa rin tayong pizza at bag.
Alam mo nung isang dapat nung Thursday na nandito yung mga taga-Shakey's.
Yeah.
Dapat sign na tayo ng protesta ng araw na 16 all ang ating bilang. Gusto ko itong dalawang to nagkakagatan. Akala mo hindi battle for third place. Parang championship ang attitude ng dalawa. Ano may sinasabi ka, yung points. Ito, nahulog. Ano yung sinasabi mo kanina bago tayo nag-time out?
Yeah, like I said, in the first set, we've seen in the statistics that the Air Force scored more attack points as compared to PLDT. Just before we went to the second technical timeout, it's actually the same story. The Philippine Air Force has 10 attack points, only 7 of PLDT, but Air Force has more errors of PLDT, 5-1.
Looks like we'll listen to Roger Gorilla with a sermon now as his team has fallen behind by 2. Nahuli na rin ni Roger Correa yung pakiramdam. Sino ang kausap niya? Si
Sasa.
Di ba naderan? Umiti ka naman para kang lagi may kaaway.
Because Sasa kasi always has his game face. And her game face kasi is not, hindi siya ngumingiti. Hindi ganun ang game face niya kasi.
Tapos pakuha mo na yun, Roger. Yun na yun. Okay, bago yun.
Hindi, but kasi for some of the coaches, importante niyo you're enjoying the game.
Medyo
Kasi when you're enjoying the game, you perform better.
Lighten up ng konti.
Yeah.
Hindi mo. And Mina Aganon manages a smile, but she was, as the lady sometimes said, nawapoys dahil she ended up out of position and they fallen behind by 3. Estampa, the young player who has seen some action in some stretches, lalo na when now Charo Soriano has not returned to the lineup. The young player is on the floor. They're down by 3, 19-16. Here comes the drop by Aganon.
And it has been the drop ball that has been killing itong ating air women. Hanggang ngayon, di pa nila na-adjust. Di pa nila nabibigyan ng sagot yung mga drop shots nitong PLDT.
Kulang sa yung alertness.
Or anticipation, the read.
Hinabot kay Semana. Yonko, huli, tinaas ni Balmaceda, pero wala na ang bola sa airspace nila. May chance ang PLDT. Lumapit, 18-19.
Good block from the Turbo Boosters.
Jesse Lopez, the man filling in for Clarence Esteban, telling Yonko to do something. De Leon makes it a set. It's not but a fake. Latigay, picked up by Semana. They go the other way. That block, that set rather died off the set, really. Hulog is short.
Medyo kinapos ng konti si Din.
The set died inside,
Yeah.
Nung lumipad yung bola, it just died on their side of the floor. He had no chance of becoming an offensive opportunity. Nice serve by Martino. Hulog. Here comes that hold again.
And that drop shot from Luan Latigay was medyo mataas eh. Mabagal pa yung dating. So you would expect na aabutan or mababasa.
And Latigay is not exactly the type to do that every time, ano? Sabi nga ni Roger Correa, sige, bayaan mo sila maghabol ng hulog-hulog dyan. Here comes De Leon on her serve. That familiar hot serve of hers. Oh, just keep it in play. Pantone, up in the air it goes. It becomes a set. It's also a problematic set. It's outside. It'll be a tied second set.
No touch from the blockers as confirmed by our referees. Pero nakikita mo yung intention na ginagawa nitong Air Force. So they're really trying to use the blockers yung of PLDT to earn the points eh.
In the meantime, they go the other way. Tumawid ba? Yes, tumawid.
Yes, it did. It went inside the block.
And we have a change in the lineup. The return of Caballero and Di Maculangan. 21-20. Air Force slightly up here at the crucial stage. Sa panahon ng nagulan, iwasan ng dengue. Lion Tiger katulad kami din proudly Philippine play. Let's work with Rhea Di Maculangan who will serve from way back there. Short.
Service error from Rhea De Maculangan.
Just can't explain it, you know. Just can't explain it when you need it the most. Sometimes, I suspect, and you can tell this better, sometimes thinking too much.
Yes. Overthinking sometimes kills it, you know. Parang ano lang yun eh. Pagka nagluluto, masyado marami nagluluto.
Okay. That's a delightful comment on a Sunday. Where sana nakapagtangalian na kayo. Yung mga nagre-reunion ng mga pamilya. 22-21. Oho.
Maika Ortiz very successful with her running hits.
Actually, tama yun. Yung mga pakailamero sa kusina palayasin. Naging iba lasa. Wala naman. 22-21. Here's Andayo. Comes in usually to help out in the serve and to play defense on the back row. Hule. Casas punches it up. Casas flies in the air. Andone skids for it. The other way. Overset. Andone keeps it alive. De Leon. Roses. Happy. Palo. Hule.
Good block from Roses. Excellent defense from Pantone. Yung really very crucial receptions, no? Yung mga crucial digs na ginawa nitong si Pantone.
Nakakatawa itong mga ito. Ang luwag-luwag ng volleyball court, nagsiksikan lahat dito. Ha! Ito may reaction niya, topic. Tuwan-tuwa naman si Suzanne. Daming dos sa board. 20-all, second set. Game 2. Here comes Latigay serve. De Maculangan reverse. Tina, Pantone is playing so well. Wala. Hindi pinilit ni Su. Alanganin eh. Casas. Somebody touched it. De Leon makes it an open set.
Tina Aganon once again scoring for PLDT.
She makes it so simple.
Yes. And you know, also the change in direction na pansin natin yung mga atake niya, hindi rin kasi pare-pareho eh. Making it unpredictable, of course, for the defensive Air Force.
And let's listen in to the Air Force huddle in the hangar. Eto, ito yung simple-simple kanina eh. Nabubutasan sila talaga. 23-22 sa score natin.
There was a little touch from the hand of the blocker as well, which changed the speed and the direction of the ball eh. Minsan ganun yung mga ganun, nakakasira din ng tempo eh.
Yung pagka-adjust ng digger, ano?
Yeah.
In the meantime, Caballero knocks up the count at 23. This could be a long second set. Both are fighting tooth and nail here.
And that's Coach Jesse mentioned to the girls over the timeout. No, huwag silang masyadong ma-pressure. Enjoy the game a bit. You know, and it's just good also in terms of yung motivation para doon sa kanyang team.
De Leon makes it the set as Santiago hammers it and sends her team into set point. Sue Roses, who has had a good conference, just when everybody thought that she had used up lots of her playing years, she's just back. Oh, two players collide. Santiago! Alarm! It's over. The point already died. It was already in, and it's 25-23. PLDT saving that. And Roger Goroyev still has a bone to pick. Let's watch it.
Let's take a look at that controversial... well, I think it was because of the delay in call. Yun yung inaano ni Coach Roger eh.
Ang feeling naman ng Air Force, buhay pa.
Oo, kasi nga naman, nakabalik na yung bola sa kapalang tinawag ng referee eh.
Bumagsak na yung bola.
Yeah.
And two-set lead by PLDT home telpad. Place here today. So Air Force, okay, they're tightening up. That hole seems to be their big problem, Ivy, ano ha?
Yes, it's that middle spot dun sa kanilang floor defense. Yun ang nagiging sakit or probably cancer at this point, if I may say. Kasi hindi talaga nila masolusyonan pa.
Kulang sa takbo siguro yung libero doon sa butas na yun. Samantala, this is a spirited rally. It's in the air. Reverse set. Roses almost dropped it into the same hole, and that is really just dead in the water. And it is 1-0. PLDT drawing first blood here in the third. Air Spikers, as we mentioned at the top of this telecast, sila po ang nanalo ng first game nitong battle for third, and the ball is out of reach. PLDT now with a serious look on their faces takes a 2-0 lead here in the third.
PLDT mukhang talagang desidido to get this in 3 sets. So, para mabawi yung kanilang set 1 or game 1 rather.
Which they lost in 4 sets. Inabot. Rubin was looking for something. Suddenly, it becomes an easy toss. Naging free fall. Here's a combination. Tinaas. Ito si Cipriani Pantone. Pantino. Huwag na kayo magpasahan dalawa.
Good save.
Latigay. Hello. Natakpan na ni Balmaceda. Tinutukan na ng konti. Uy, ang tagal na rally ito. Pinakamahaba ito. Latigay. Lakas.
They're calling for a check, and there was a check from the blockers.
Ito yung sinasabi mo, makasakaling makakuha ng check. Yes, they do.
Let's take a look at that last attack. Latigay, full swing, full wind-up. Gakuko na lang yata Sevio, pero nakita pa ng referees natin.
Yes, you know, you look at the ball, you look at the fingertips. 3-0 early surge by PLDT home telpad. Ball ricochets back.
That did not go over. That's straight into the net. Probably the first fault of Micah Ortiz with the running hit. Micah Ortiz now with 6 points.
Caballejo now replaced by Manzano. You know, if there are no surprises in this game, as I remind you about Shakey's, for Fun Family Pizza, it's got to be Shakey's. The score of the last set of the Cagayan Army game was 25-5.
Mga unusual, di ba? Parang yung mga you wonder what's happened. What's the story behind it?
And the newspaper said it was an all-time low in the finals. 25-5. That's hard to think of at the level of the game, especially these players. It's now 4-1. Finally, Air Force scoring, and they get the serve. Ruby De Leon. Nicely done. Good block. Papik slowly just contributing points off her blocking. 2-4 as Ortiz will be serving. Our official outfitter here in the Shakey's VLeague is Axel. They hide Latigay. De Venadera, tinaas ang bola. Latigay brushes it against Casas. But I cannot forget the comment of Roger Guerrero. Just still in my head.
Hindi ka ba makaka-move on?
Umiti ka naman, parang lagi may kaaway.
Seb, yung mga talagang tatatak sa'yo. Feeling ko tatatak yan sa'yo habang buhay.
I guess so. The meantime, as far as I will remember Roger Guerrero, I will remember that comment. Latigay.
Latigay. Off the hands of the blockers.
Bigla na lang, and I thought I'd never say this. OG Mamon, wala kang sinabi doon sa comment na yun. OG Mamon of USD, a quotable coach. Wala siya sinabi doon sa line ni Roger Guerrero na yan. Sa panahon ng tagulan, wasan ng Dengue Lion Tiger katulang gamitin proudly Philippine made. Di makulangan, makes it a set. Nakahuli pa rin si Yonko. Process, hello, takbo kayo. Kulang sa pitik, sabi ni Roger. Tinaas ni Aganon. Palo! Hindi, hulog. Ang ganda ng diskarte ni Dindin, ha?
Again, it is that middle spot. Although Rhea almost had a hand at that, pero kulang pa rin. Yun, no? Munti ka nang maabot ni Rhea, eh.
And Coach Guerrero is talking to Ross is actually, lihis mo pa ng konti. Actually, puntos na yan. In the meantime, Di Banadera will be serving. Has served. Huli. That's a double block. Hirap pumalo dito sa team na ito. Tingnan mo naman sa haba. Balikan ng balik ang bola. Ito naging set. Atake.
Oh, good combination play.
Well done. Buhay pa! Say! Hindi na ilihis ni Roses. Tawa na lang si Roger.
But that was a good effort though from PLDT, you know, trying to keep the ball alive.
Uy, ngumingiti naman si Di Banadera. Ngumiti nung palabas, oh. Kayo naman, hindi totoo yun na hindi ngumingiti yung tao. Minsan direct uli mong nakangiti yan. Magkakagulo sa live streaming yan. Sige. We are on stream as well as being live here on GMA News TV. That is outside, I believe, and it's now 4-7. First two sets going the way of PLDT home telpad. The team, the right side of your picture na nakapula. Here's Casas all set to serve. Mikasa ang official ball ng Shakey's VLeague. Tinaas Santiago. Hello. Yun na naman idea.
Once again, you know, PLDT really Air Force is making it easy for PLDT, eh.
Oh, absolutely. That's well said. Let's take a short break. But return, there's going to be a report after this.
First is still unsuccessful in achieving their mission today dahil natalo nga sila ng first two sets and currently they're down by 4 points here in the third. And so itong si Coach Jesse kanina, no, pinaalala sa kanyang team that they need to wake up and have some sense of urgency. Ang sabi niya, di kayo nag-e-enjoy sa game. Tense na tense ang galaw natin. At pag nagkakamali tayo, walang nag-a-adjust sa loob. Ang bili niya, magbaba tayo ng kalaban dahil pareho lang ang target nila ay ito ay sa gitna. Kaya tignan ninyo kung papalo o maguhulog ang kalaban. Now, the rest of the seniors in the team also encourage the team to fight. At sinasabi nga nila, hindi sila dapat tapos itong conference na to na nagpapatalo ng straight sets. 7, Ivy?
Oh, that is a good incentive. That's a good report. And, you know, if you're Air Force, that's incentive enough. Pahirapan naman natin din yung PLDT. Air Force took the first game in 4 sets, by the way.
Of course, an Air Force would not want just a 3-set match for this one. Except pag nanalo sila, syempre.
Alam mo sa volleyball, may ano yan eh, may bragging rights in straight sets eh.
Yes. And you know, winning in straight sets also helps you in terms of yung magkaroon ng, you know, those tight situations na kailangan ng quotient system.
Good point. That's an even better point. In the meantime, that hole partially sealed and covered now by better alertness. However, it's a brush against the block and Dindin said,
yeah, but it's still a point, sir.
Kita mo yung body language.
Parang ay.
Sagwa. Sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ng dengue. Lion Tiger katulang gamitin. Proudly Philippine made.
But the point is still a point, Seth.
Absolutely.
So no matter how accidental it was.
Aksidente.
1 point pa rin naman yun eh.
Ito, walang aksidente rito. Tinusok na ito. Alam ni Ruby De Leon, having them played together no first conference last year, just knows how to work with Dindin. Although it was Sue who gave that set. Alam niya yung diskarte kay Dindin. Like an elder sister, anong oras ka away? Alam mo? Okay. meantime,
good defense from Pantone.
Pantone, hindi tao. Diyos ko, talagang gumugulong, and she does it, hindi nagugusot ang buhok talaga. Haha, they're playing patty cake. Hello, tinaas lang ni Ruby. Di makulangan the other way. Latiga regalo. Bang! Regalo is one of the most... There's no English translation. I'm sorry. Wala eh, no?
Hindi mo pwede sabing gift.
It's a gift! Wala eh. Parang
yeah.
Bigay ng bookstore or something eh. It's a gift. Regalo is so perfectly... and it's a term in volleyball that has survived the ages, really.
Yeah. Yung nawala na yung mga ibang terminologies, pero yung regalo na iwan pa rin. Eh.
Yes, indeed. Like, from the 70s, my generation, puto was still around.
Yeah.
It's still there, but not as present as regalo. 10-8 ang bilang ho natin. Air Force trying a resurgence here as we have topic all set to serve for all of you. The first two sets, in case you just joined us, going the way of PLDT. Here comes a nice set, and it's off the block as Dindin Santiago. Natuto na rin si Dindin na hindi kailangan i-cross court, hindi kailangan down the line, kung minsan kailangan walis lang sa block. Nung bata-bata yan, lalo na nung nag-uumpisa yan, nagigigil siya, nagkagalit siya pag hindi niya mailusot eh. But, growing up and getting older helps you to do. In the meantime, oh! May converted dun ah.
Oh, good block from PLDT, and nagulat tayo sa palo ni Ruby.
Oo. Ano siya eh. Converted eh. Tataga. Ito, katawan ito eh.
That was a good block from Sasa de Banadera and Mina Gano. That tandem made it difficult for Mike Ortiz to have the ball cross over.
A Shakey's VLeague fan, si Beng Arañas is watching, and she's celebrating a birthday. Martin family and the Shakey's VLeague family extend birthday greetings to you. 13-8. Santiago all set to serve. Humingi ng timeout ang Air Force. Silip tayo, papasukin natin ang hangar ng Air Force.
Okay naman eh, nandun naman yung game natin. Ang problema lang talaga kasi hindi tayo makapatay. Okay? Yung mga error ba, na unforced error, hindi natin nakukuha eh. Masyadong madami tayong error na hindi dapat. Okay, sa service, target, nasabi, huwag yung iwas sa libero talaga. Seryoso ako, iwas sa libero kasi kahit siya inaagaw niyan eh, alam na iniiwas sa kanya eh. Tingnan nyo, alos lahat ng pupunta sa kanyang bola, ang gaganda na receive.
Puso lang, enjoy! Puso lang, enjoy! Let's go! Air Force! Bye! Enjoy lang sa loob mga
Yes.
Good size Sunday crowd as we report to you live. Yes, indeed, we are live on a Sunday. Huwag ko kayong magulat. Nandito tayo sa GMA News TV. I'm with Ivy and Andrew Fulia as we do first the battle for third. This is threatening to be completed here today. The first game went the way of Air Force, but the three-set threat is being made by PLDT home Telpad. Aganon. Tinaas ni Rhea di Makulangan. Antino. Dindin. Hello. Na-conscious siya doon sa linya. Ay, pasok. Parang siya naglaro ng piko. Step, yes. Step, no. 14-8 bigla.
And again, you know, parang it has that area, yung middle ng defense itong Air Force. No matter kung anong off-speed spike or drop ball, hindi talaga magawa ng solusyon itong Air Force. And Dindin has, you know, obviously been aiming for that spot sa lahat ng kanyang mga atake.
In the meantime, an empty possession. It becomes a point for the other side. It is 9-14. Prior to that point of the service error, 4 straight points were scored by PLDT. Here comes Yonko's serve. Latigay, inabot kay De Leon. Ang hirap ng set na yun. Magkagulo kayo dyan. Naging strike ni Cases. Here comes Agana. Hindi niya ipipilit. Alam mo, sa Agana napaka-porsyento maglaro. Samantala, regalo! Nagkagulo sa kabilang panig.
Almost a miscommunication from Sasa and Mina Agano. No, they both went for the ball at the same time, but nevertheless, it was a point for PLDT.
I love watching Latigay and Agano. They don't force it. kumbaga hindi kailangan
pasok lang o piniporsyento lang. That's right.
Minsan meron dyan pinipilit. Oh, Ortiz hasn't had much touch with the ball. Gets Santiago to sprawl on the floor. It is 15-10. 10 will now be serving. Semana reports back in. Wendy Semana, former setter from Far Eastern University. Isang national team na si Mami Dulce ang parang manager. Si Wendy was helping out with the team actually. I think it was one of those youth teams. Bata pa sila, Eliza, Valdez noon, sila din. In the meantime, 15-11. Ang iingay ng Air Force bigla. Si Yonko at saka si Ortiz. They're trying to rev themselves back into the game. Ano, ha? Manzano is also there. Takot ng front line na yun.
Yeah, very tall front line.
Soroses. Hello. Oh, nicely done. Passes. Scoring the 12th point of Air Force. It's 12-15. Semana will be reserving. You're live with us here on GMA News TV. Glad you're with us. Still with the battle for third later on. Championship time with Army and Cagayan. Latigay
off the block.
And look at this. PLDT threatening to pull away and win in 3 sets. Your Shakey's VLeague returns after this. Glad you're spending the afternoon with us. Mukhang if PLDT hangs on to win in straight sets, and they're looking better and better as the sets have progressed. Is it the score? Yes, it is. 17-12. Yes. I think PLDT will take third place.
Yes. So winning this in 3 sets could assure PLDT already of the third place, regardless of whether the championship game would extend or not.
Yes. But if that extends, so we play another game, di ba? I think mukhang ganon ang takbo.
Yes.
So something in the bag already. In the meantime, Semana, who is the natural setter, nagkagulo. Latigay whips it. It's still alive. Semana. Oh, that's another
violation.
Overreach niya. Double touch ang tawag. And it becomes 18-12. Napako na sa 12 itong Air Force.
And Philippine Air Force not able to put in the points from attack. PLDT very comfortable with the 10 points from attacks, in Air Force only with 5.
Oh, Pantone muffling that. Latigay. Hello.
Again, it's the middle court.
Oh, mahilig sa donut itong PLDT. Bukuputasin ko kayo dyan. 19-12. Ruby De Leon. Ortiz malakas. And wag ho natin kakalimutan na hindi lang tayo rito sa kalawakang Maynila ang magkakasama. Mayong hapon, nagatanaw sa aton sa Bisaya, mga kaigsuunan natin sa Iloilo, sa Negros, mga taga-Subo, taga-Mindanao, and our international audience watching as well. 20-13 ang ating score dito sa third set. Hello, ano gustong gawin ni Dindin?
So she's a back row. Siyempre, hindi na siya makatalon. No? Medyo bitin ng setup. So babawi. Din Santiago.
It all started with Pantones. Excellent pick. You know, Pantone makes the libero play so simple, ano? She makes it so simple. With no frills. You know, I have nothing against liberos who somersault, tumble, and just fall apart. But Pantone is just a picture of good poise and grace when she plays.
And you know, yung mga reception din niya kasi makes it easy for Ruby to be able to set eh.
In the meantime, Semana. Oh, they got a point from Topic. Now, the interesting part here is the third place position also depends on the championship. If that extends, we will have still another game.
If
for this
PLDT
one.
wins this
Yes.
one. Okay.
And they're looking like they're going to win this one in straight sets here.
Pero syempre, para sa PLDT, the goal is to win in 3 sets, di ba? Not to put more
Pressure.
alanganin para sa kanila, di ba? At least they're on the safe side already, winning it in 3.
Because if Army wins later on and finishes that championship, then this
Automatic third place.
Yes. All depends on the game later. It's 22-14 now. We're gonna have a timeout. Let's try to listen into the Air Force.
Sige lang. Agad di natatapos yung 25, kaya pa yan. Okay? Ang talaga, hindi agad natin na-solve yung problem natin kanina sa depensa. Kaya lumayo sila eh. Basta wag kayong, enjoyin nyo lang. Sige lang, enjoyin nyo lang. Kung ano aabot nyo itong laro na to, yun lang talaga. Okay?
Malayo pa ha. Mapitan natin.
Dahan-dahan. Step by step. Habulin natin. 22. Ha? Idikit nyo lang, idikit nyo.
Air Force!
You know, we won't even have an awarding ceremony right after this because, you know, it really depends on the second game. Everything depends on the second game. Maybe we'll be a little clearer if Army wins. Then we'll present the award already for third place, and later on. But that's ahead of the story. But the first thing that PLDT must do is finish this game.
Finish in 3 sets.
We didn't see this girl much today.
Because everybody was playing well. Para siguro for Coach Roger, there's, you know, parang sino ba ilalabas mo?
Semana. This is dead in the water for touch. Hindi na naka-score from 15-12. From 15-9, naka 3 points lang ang Air Force. Then since then, it's been all PLDT. 23-14. Nawala ng interest ng Air Force. They're trying, but their focus not there. Huli pa to. Caballero. Nicely done by Benting. Just in the game. Suroses. Topic still there. Aganon says, I love the scampering to get out of the way of the setter. Caballero.
Benting keeps it alive.
Oo, matigas din ang ulo ni Benting. Ayaw rin. Gumibap easily yan. Caballero. Tinaas!
Buhay pa rin! Was saved from Soltones and Benting.
Sabi ni Soltones, may bago kong karir, Libero. Oh!
Not yet, maybe. Pero maganda ang pagkakapasok din ni Coach Roger kay Angela Benting and to Gretchen Soltones. You know, they were able to, you know, contribute right away.
Ito, trickle sa points ng Air Force. Hindi sila maka-bunch ng points together. 23-15 na tayo. Oops. Rotation.
Rotation error. Think wrong server.
Rotation. Patay. Puntos.
Oh, this is a free point for PLDT.
Sakit sa ulo niyan. You know, it's an error that they allow you to correct on your own.
Yes.
You gotta sense it. The referees are not gonna tell you that you're doing it wrong. This usually happens pag nagsasab, ano? At saka, yep, clearly so.
Yeah, it is a rotation error. So it is a free point for PLDT. They're now match point.
It should be. And it becomes, you're right, Ivy, it is now match point. Sakit, ano?
Oo.
Kalahin mo, dami mo na problema, nadagdagan pa. Yonko trying to keep it in play. There comes a free ball. Chance for attack. Sabi ko, attack!
No effort from Dindin Santiago.
Sabi ko, attack! Tinapik, eh, no? So, in simple terms, this series is tied.
Yes.